Hey, it's the Captain's Log with Cindy Kaza.
What's up, everyone?
How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for
I
having me.
so wanted to do this all week. I've been thinking about how exciting it's going to be to have you in the car.
I don't know. Don't crash.
This is the first time I've had you as my guest.
Oh, no. Wait,
Yeah,
why
you
am I
could
the
do
delay?
it. You could share it.
I'm trying to share
Right
it.
there on the bottom left.
Oh, share. Right post?
You could share it.
Sorry, I'm really slow.
And share it again.
Share it again.
Copy link and share it. Now go to your page.
See, I'm really slow.
So
Sorry,
everyone
guys.
can watch us at the same time.
Yep.
And we're live, and we're in Fort Myers. We just finished 105.5 The Beat.
I love those guys. They're the best.
We're heading over to 103.9. I'm going to get my shades on because I'm driving. And here's the thing. I need you to add a reading. Can you do it?
I don't want to read you in the car. My life is at stake.
Yeah, but I'm driving. You just have to read. You just have to read. Come on, I've never had one, and I've always wanted to, but I'm too chicken to go and say something to you.
Really?
So now I'm on the camera, and I have no choice. I have to. Everyone said I have to get a reading.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah, a lot of DMs, a lot of people messaging me. As soon as I posted, they're like, "Oh my God, have her read you live."
All right.
And this could be really it
Are you
could go
sure?
either
Are you
way.
sure you want it?
I'll go
everything
100%.
out there?
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh boy, now
And
I'm
I'm
really on
driving.
the spot. I'm like in the car here. Okay.
Yeah, it's just me and you, baby. Me and you.
Well, and like 1,000 other people watching me right now. Okay, I know, I'm used to that. I just did the radio, so. Okay, what do you want to talk about? Do you want me to read you psychic, or do you want to do mediumship?
I want both. You're gonna have to do whatever you feel the vibe is.
All right. Actually, I feel like mediumship. I kind of want to start there, but I also want to. Well, can we talk about your life?
Everything.
Do you want to talk about Brian's love life?
Yeah, we can talk about everything. No. I don't hold back on the Captain's Log. After all, I had the pee shot done live. I mean, I had Botox the other day.
You got Botox?
Yeah, the other day.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's maybe not even kicked in yet. Let me see. The light's kind of bad. You can't tell.
Okay. What I got. It takes 2 weeks to kick in.
Oh, so then it didn't kick in. What do you want me to tell you? The botulism hasn't started yet. Hasn't taken effect.
Okay. All right. So, I keep. Let me just. Give me 1 second. Actually, no. I want to talk about your ex-wife. Can we talk about your ex-wife?
You can talk about anything.
Like,
it's
do you
the
have two
Captain's Log.
ex-wives though?
At this point, I do.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to talk about ex-wife 1 though.
Okay, go.
Okay. So, and I don't know anything about your life, really.
This
right?
is true.
Okay. So,
absolutely.
And is she going to be watching this? Please don't come kill me.
I have her blocked.
Okay.
I
Good.
blocked the exes right away.
Okay.
That's the number 1 rule of the Captain's Log.
Okay.
Block the exes before you do anything.
All right. So where I keep wanting to go is I keep feeling like you were kind of bamboozled. That's the word I want to use in that marriage. Like you married somebody, but you had no idea who you were marrying. And it totally switched. Like there's like 2 different people in there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel like you just kind of stuck it out because you're like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. This is like Jekyll and Hyde. Like this is 2 completely different people. But I keep seeing, did she try to take a bunch of money from you? This one?
Well, I mean, at some point,
well,
yes.
It happens in a divorce, right?
Yes.
But what I keep seeing is like there are all these like lies that we're told to get what you want. Like you don't know what the truth is. What's coming out of your
Never
mouth.
stops.
Okay,
Absolutely.
So that's what it is. So that's really not going to change. Sorry, buddy.
I figured that. It's only been 12 years or so, and it hasn't gotten any better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a tough one. But now I do feel like okay. Now I know you have children. I already know that, but there's a guy that's actually now I'm going into mediumship. So here we go. Here's the transition. Honestly, I keep seeing this guy that steps in, Brian, that feels like a brother. Now, mind you, I always say brother and really close male friend can feel the same to me. Okay? So what he keeps showing me is that I keep seeing like I kind of suicide. Do you know somebody who took their own lives? A man that's like a good friend, like a.
Yeah, I had 2 recently. That passed that were good friends. Okay,
and you understand, one feels like suicide, I did this on purpose. The other one feels like, I don't know if I just overdosed or I did something like too much in excess, but it wasn't, it was kind of accidental at the same time. But one feels super intentional, like I'm ready to go.
I have both.
Okay, so that makes sense. One of
Yeah.
each. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
So they're probably both here. So I want to talk to the one where it was an accident, and I don't have a name yet. I'm sorry, but
Okay.
the one where it was an accident, because I really feel with him that he had chemicals in his system, or I feel like I didn't realize what I was doing to my body completely. He had a problem, but at that moment of his death, I just feel he didn't mean to. It was not on purpose. So that's the message he's saying, because I know in his family, some people think it's suicide and some people think that it's maybe an accident.
Yeah.
So he's saying it's a total accident.
Okay.
All right. And then the other friend where I see him making a decision, I'm ready to end my life. He's showing me, again, at that time, do you understand him going through a separation from his girlfriend or wife or something at that time?
I don't know all the details, but he was a brother of a very close friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
And we were friendly as well.
Okay, so you know his brother. That
Yeah.
could be also why he came through as a brother. What I keep being shown is that there's something with a separation of either like a long-term relationship, and then I see alcohol. So I know he struggled with drinking.
Okay.
And that he...
And I would say that would be spot on.
Okay,
Yeah.
and that
And
those...
I think that ran in his family as well.
The alcoholism,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
And that all of those things combined, I keep feeling like he just was so tired and he couldn't take it anymore. But he's very sorry, and that his brother is still alive, though. You're friends with his brother.
Yes.
That I know that his brother had tried to help him several times, but I feel like before he died, they either hadn't spoken in a while, or they had some sort of maybe it was a couple weeks or a few weeks of a misunderstanding. There's some misunderstanding he's bringing up.
I don't know that part of it, but I think so far you're probably spot on.
Okay, and then the name, that name Charles just came to me as well. Do you know another man named Charles that's on the other side that would be with these two guys?
No, but that's my grandfather, who was my best friend.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's still alive.
No, he passed.
Oh, Charles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, sorry. That's what I felt he was on the other side, but that's your grandfather. Okay, so he pops in too. Okay. Actually, I think your grandfather, I know you said he's your best friend, but the other thing I feel is he's super nice and compassionate.
Yeah.
And so what it is there's these two men that died in these tragic ways, but your grandpa is like hanging out with him because he's not judgmental. He loves everybody, your grandfather. And oh my gosh, he's talking about your haircut. He's talking about your hair. And I don't know why he said I don't like your haircut. Did you change your hair or something from the...
No, but I had, I did have some treatments. Maybe he didn't like the
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That's why he's talking about your hair. That's
Okay.
funny.
Okay.
So did you get like plugs or something?
I can't tell you all the
Oh,
secrets.
he got plugs. His grandpa Charles just called it
Years
out. And
ago,
his
I
damn
did have some
plugs.
hair, treatments.
That is
not
so
plugs, though.
funny. Oh, hey, my buddy Rich's wife. Hey, Rich and I got divorced like 3 years ago. Sorry.
Yeah. Now she's dating me, so
No,
stop.
I'm not.
I'm trying.
he has a new
I'm working on
girlfriend.
it. I'm working on it.
So-
She's reading my future. So wait, I need to keep going because I really liked some of the stuff you said, and I want to know more.
Okay, so Charles is here, right? I know he just pops in, but I really like this guy. But what's so interesting too is he's like, your family back in that, there's a lot of secrets in your family going back in that generation, especially around, hold on, I gotta make sure I'm not going to the other side of the family. Okay. Do you know where there was a woman who gave a son up for adoption at some point, or where I'm seeing the adoption going back in that generation?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
No, because I was oblivious probably when I was young.
But it's even
To
like
any of that
before.
stuff.
I almost feel like it was before you were born. Like I feel like I'm going back. Like it's like your grandfather's generation, or
I wouldn't know.
back sometime, because I keep hearing there's a son that was given away or wasn't known to the family. I guess you'll just have to do some research.
I guess I have to.
Okay, we'll find out.
Yes.
But I know that your grandfather, I just really like the guy. He's just a really nice person,
Yeah,
right?
he was.
And I don't feel like he was like materialistic or anything like that. I see him being okay, like financially and doing fine, but he's not judgmental. That's the thing. He's just super nice. Okay, now there's also somebody alive who he's acknowledging that's struggling, and I'm not a doctor, I don't diagnose, but Charles is making me aware of a woman who's got really bad issues with blood pressure or heart complications. Do you know who that would be?
Maybe my mom.
Okay. Oh, I love your mom.
I know. She has some circulation and diabetes stuff.
Currently, right? Yeah. And so just know he's watching out for her.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
And your mom is really intuitive. I've never talked to her about this, but she is really, really open intuitively. And so
one time you were doing a reading and you caught a bunch of stuff, and she was like, no, I don't want anything.
She said no. Was I?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
She said that.
That's really.
And she freaked out a little bit because she didn't want to know anything else.
That's really funny.
Yeah, but you caught her in the audience, and she knew right away.
And she didn't raise her hand, huh?
And she said, nope, I don't want any more.
Yep. So
sometimes that happens. I've seen that.
And she, but she's really, really intuitive and sensitive. And gosh, who is this sister? Does your mom have a sister on the other side as well?
My mom is no.
Okay, then there's a woman that's coming through like sister. So remember.
That's my. Well, I don't know.
Do you have a sister over there? Or just your sister?
No, I have two sisters.
Okay.
But they're both here.
So hold on one second. Because I just heard that, but then, okay. Gosh, it's so weird. We're in the car. I'm like, maybe it's for that guy in the red truck. No, I'm just joking. No, this woman is here, and I just heard it felt like a sister. But what she was showing me is, oh man, this is getting weird. Do you know anybody who was murdered? A woman who was murdered? Or mystery around a passing?
No, I can't. Not that I can recall.
I don't know. This probably might not be for you. Okay, so here, so weird. I know she's here, and I keep seeing her being murdered, honestly. Yeah. And then I feel like people are trying to figure out if it was her boyfriend or not. And that's, oh man, I wonder if it's for somebody watching.
Could be.
It can happen that way. It can happen that way. Oh gosh, okay. Now, I see it being unsolved, but that's the thing that's freaking me out a little bit is, and the name Becca. Do you know who Becca is? Or Rebecca? Becky?
No.
Becca. All right, anybody watching, if it makes sense, maybe we'll get you.
They can definitely comment and message us.
I know, it's weird, because it's like, it's just really weird.
But I mean, my grandfather is Charles. I mean, that's one of the closest people in my life.
Yeah,
so
and he's definitely here.
That's
and those
amazing.
Two guys are here, too.
Yeah,
so
right
they're
off
all
the bat.
here.
I mean, you knew that. Dr. Dollar's on there. Hey, Doc, we're coming over to see you now.
Yeah, I love that guy. Hey, can I get some free Botox?
Yeah,
no, just kidding. Freeze this shit. No.
She doesn't need anything. I mean, seriously, come on.
I'm joking. Anyway, that woman is definitely here. So I guess she'll just be hanging out with us the whole ride.
Okay.
Maybe she'll just.
Maybe she's in the back seat.
She is. She's hanging out.
Or she built the car. Maybe she built the car. She signed off on the lease.
That name Becca it feels like her name's Rebecca.
Hi, Charlene. That's my sister. How are you?
Hi.
I'm in the car with Cindy Kaza, psychic medium. She's going to be at Off the Hook Comedy Club tonight, guys. Don't miss it. There's a few tickets left. 7 o'clock
Becky.
show.
Somebody said, hey, wait.
Hey, Becky. I don't know. Maybe they know Becky.
Oh, wait. Tanya Stewart. I know Tanya Stewart. Hey, Tanya.
Maybe she knows who Becky is. That's why.
I don't know. Maybe.
All right. So what about my future?
Oh, your future. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay, so... Okay, so I know you're like a hopeless romantic. Like, I just want to say, please don't get married super fast again.
Okay.
Don't jump the gun, because I know you go all in. This is a nice guy here, ladies, by the way. But I just feel like you got to protect your heart, because you're too quick. Don't jump the gun.
Okay.
Don't go eloping.
Don't settle quick.
Don't settle quick.
All right. So I just have to tell all the ladies that decide to date me. Ladies, I cannot. My future has, some hurdles, and you have to stick with me. Like, it's okay if I date a bunch of girls, because I can't settle down. Cindy Kaza said, my future. She read my future and tells me that I had to be like, you know.
I keep seeing you building a house or building onto a house.
Well, I left my previous house and I'm at a new residence, so yes.
Okay, so I feel like it's the new residence, but I feel like it's a new property or you're building onto a property. And where I want to go with this is please make sure that the place is inspected properly before you go all out, because I see water damage or water problems.
Okay, my parents' house was destroyed in the hurricane. They're still building it right now.
Oh, it's your parents' house.
Yeah, right now. They're still building the whole house, and they're still in a hotel from the hurricane.
That's
from
what
Hurricane
it is.
Irma.
Oh my gosh.
And it's all water damage. And my sister's house was completely destroyed with water damage.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And
okay.
that has already been rebuilt. So
Okay.
yes, that's exactly where I'm at.
It's your parents, so it's your parents'
because they're
house.
living in a hotel still.
Yeah.
And their house is still being put back together. The insurance company was giving us like the worst problems ever.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so that's what it is. So make sure that especially the inspection, because I also feel like they're just trying to, like, not your parents, but whoever's building it is just trying to speed through the process, and they're overlooking some things with wiring and water.
Well, the guys that were removing the mold, like we fired them because they were trying to like do the entire job, and we're like, we just hired you to redo the mold.
Yeah.
To remove the mold, and all of a sudden they were like, yeah, we're gonna rebuild the place, and we can do this, and that's so definitely spot on.
Yeah,
no doubt.
so just be careful with that. But I just feel like it's gonna go into next year. It won't be done until next year.
Oh, they're gonna be super excited about that.
Sorry, I just feel like
I can't wait to tell them all the exciting news of their future of living in a hotel for I don't know how many more months.
Well, it may be just until like March of next year, but I feel like if they go sooner and things aren't done properly, they're gonna have to leave again. It's just not just patience is a virtue, right?
Okay.
I know you have. How many daughters? You have 2 daughters?
I have 1 daughter and 1 son.
Oh, 1 daughter and 1 son. Oh, I just saw 2 daughters, but I don't think you're.
It's not happening.
No, I don't think you're having a baby.
I can't have any babies.
No, it's not that, but I feel
unless the vasectomy decides to untie itself.
No, I think the next
not
woman
gonna
that
happen.
you're with is gonna already have a daughter. So,
Okay.
I hope I'm right. But it'll be fine. But that's what I see. It has to do with because I feel like eventually you will have 2 daughters. So one will be like a stepdaughter, and then you have your daughter.
All right.
Okay. What else do you want to talk about? Let's see.
If you want to finish up with me, then I want to ask you some questions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could.
Wait
just
about
keep going.
our future. Do we have a future together?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Wait, you don't have kids, so you can't be the woman.
I'm not your future wife.
Why not? I'm working on that. That's where I'm going with this. I thought you were going to read me and say, oh my God, this guy loves me, and he's totally going to be my next boyfriend. How did I skip that whole thing? I mean, gosh. I'm giving off the wrong vibes here, guys. This is on the captain's log. I'm sinking quick. I need to go right off the dock. It's killing me.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Doc said he can reverse the vasectomy and put me back in action. The baby maker will be back in action, Doc. All right. I think I'll skip that procedure. I definitely think.
Hey, can we Facebook Live that procedure?
We've already done enough. I had 3 people inspecting the down belows all live at the same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did the pee shot.
Oh, that's cool.
With Dr. Dollar. He's a urologist. He's my co-host on Tuesdays.
I know, I love that guy. He's the best.
Yeah, he's amazing. So, okay, so what's the best reading? Like the one that you were like,
see, you almost crashed.
No, the car rides itself.
This is why I don't.
I gotta turn on the self-driving. I gotta turn on the self-driving. My bad. I wasn't self-driving. Now it's on. Now it's locked and ready. I got so excited about my readings that I forgot I was driving. So, what's the most like interesting thing when you read somebody? You were like, oh my God, did I just seriously nail that? Like, how did that come through? That was the craziest thing.
Yeah. Well, okay. So recently I did an event in California, in Irvine, and this was I think one of the craziest readings I've ever done. There's a link to my Facebook page. I posted a video, but I was doing a reading and I was hearing the name Garrett or Gary, and I said Garrett, and then I went to the side of the room and I kept describing this guy, and I kept seeing drugs and guns and like a little bit domestic violence, like fighting with the girlfriend, all these problems. And And then, but I kept taking a step back and saying, man, this feels so weird because I can't see how he died. Like, he's not showing it to me, but I keep describing all these things that he experienced in life. So I was like, I feel like I'm on this lady raised her hand and she said, well, Garrett is still alive. And she said, Garrett's best friend is on life support and the plug is getting pulled tomorrow at 1 p.m.
Wow. And
everything you're describing is about him who's in a coma.
Oh,
so what was interesting is, and Garrett, I was getting that name initially, had spent the morning saying goodbye to his friend who I was describing. Yeah. So it really was, to me, kind of a, I guess, I don't want to say, it was kind of life-changing because I realized that, you know, we really can communicate with people that are in comas or people that, you know, are half in and half out, because that guy was coming to me so clearly and everything I was describing was his life, but he was still alive.
Wow.
But the plug was getting pulled the next day at 1 p.m. And
that's amazing.
Garrett was really upset about that.
And did Garrett put 2 and 2 together then and realize that this is what was going on?
Well, it wasn't even, Garrett wasn't at my show. And
oh.
The woman that he spent the morning saying goodbye to his friends, right? That I was describing.
Yeah.
And the woman that was at the show spent the afternoon. Right before she came to the show, she was with Garrett. And Garrett was talking to her about his friend, his best friend who was going to die the next day.
So, like, powerful.
Yeah.
Amazing that it came through that way. So one of the things, and I was just telling somebody the other day when I told them, they said, oh, is that medium girl coming back? I said, yeah, Cindy, she's there this week. She said, is that real? I said, look, I'm going to tell you one thing. I don't know how in the world it wouldn't be real when somebody says the names of the people. The one time I saw you say the day the person was born in the audience. And I said, how the heck could you possibly do the math? How many people's names could there be? How many days of the year are there? And you pick the day and basically their name, the birth date name. I'm like, none of this stuff is just, you can't possibly do that. Like, right. I don't know what the odds of that are. Yeah. So I told them, I'm like, she makes people like cry like every single show. It's ridiculous that you could do so many different emotions and everybody in the audience is in tune. Like, you're getting to every person. I mean, there might not be all people get readings, but a majority of the people, you're spot on every single one. How does all these things come at you at the same time? Like, I don't get how you can filter the right ones.
Yeah, and that's a really good question, because when I always describe it kind of like playing Pictionary, charades, and telephone, right? So what happens is when I'm on the platform. I trained in England and they call it the platform.
Okay,
so now I'm like the platform. When I'm on stage,
We're very proper here at the Captain Club.
Right, I know. So I see, I feel, and I hear, but generally I'll feel one person at a time. So it's not like I see 10 people on the other side standing in front of me and I'm picking one. It's like I just allow it to happen. I describe what I'm feeling, and then I find where I'm going and I give a message. Sometimes I'll have 2 people cutting each other off. That happens. But it is like Pictionary, charades, and telephone sometimes, because like for you, when I was reading you, right?
Yeah.
I heard Charles, right? I heard the name, but not like I'm hearing you. It's like if you were to sing the words to your favorite song in your head. And then I felt his personality. Your 2 friends that passed, I could feel how they died. Then I could see imagery. I could see a bottle of alcohol. Right? So it all blends together, and I have to interpret what I'm experiencing. Right? So it's not like the movie The Sixth Sense where I'm seeing people on the other side like I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
And we're having a conversation like I'm having
with you. When you look
at
me, do you get the feeling still that I still...
That you love me?
Yeah.
I do. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to give off this special aura, the vibe. Like, I just want to pass it through. It's not working, guys. It's going nowhere quick. She's tough. She's a tough one to crack over here, but I'm still working on it.
Yeah,
we still have time. The captain's log is not over yet. We're getting there.
We'll let
I
you
think
know what
we're
happens.
moving along quick, though.
We are.
We're moving along quick. We're getting to the point where we have to kiss, and I have to shut the video off. I have to shut the video off for that. I can't do all these. I can't show all my moves on the captain's log at one shot. They have to tune in.
I know. You have to keep
to the next
It
episode.
has to be mysterious.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Tune
it's
in
like-
to part 2.
Yeah, it's like America's Got Talent.
The makeout
And the
session.
winner is... We're going to a commercial break, guys, and we'll be back very soon. But anyway, my guest, Cindy Kaza, I love having her
I love
off the
being
hook.
here,
I
yeah.
mean, we text all the time. I say crazy things to her, and she always laughs. Why do you laugh at all my texts? You should say, why are you sending me this?
I don't laugh at all your texts.
You do. You send smileys and hearts, and you send all these things back, and I'm like, I just can't get her mad at me no matter what I do.
Why would I be mad at you?
I don't know. I'm not sending nudes or anything, but
Oh, God, and then
no,
here comes the dick pic.
Not every time. Most of the time. I'm just kidding. I don't do that. But I love having you on. You're the best. I mean, the people at the shows, you move the whole audience, and it's really exciting. If you haven't seen her, you can get tickets at offthehookcomedy.com. And guess what, guys? If the comments, I'm going to give a couple tickets away. If you comment and share this, I'll give tickets away tonight. And we're going to start giving away some tickets on every Captain's Log for the person who leaves me the best comments. I
Yep.
love that.
Okay, sounds good.
And we're going to have fun. We're going in now, 1039. We're here, and check us out. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
See ya.